Remember, folks, I'm just a Muppet in a chair. Don't take me seriously. Hello, my lovely Muppeteers. What's going on? This is a fact-finding reaction. Did I say fact or did I say fact? I don't know. But I'm starting to lose my speech every single day doing these videos. But I wanted to check out... I've been told numerous times over the past couple of years that there is a tunnel that goes underneath the English Channel from Britain to France. And I wanted to learn about it and see it for myself. It's good with video, so you can actually see the process. But yeah, I just typed in how to travel by car across the English Channel. I guess I'm a Muppet. You travel under it, don't you? But yeah, it should be interesting because the only experience that I've had driving through tunnels to get, you know, underneath the sea or the bay or the river, two things come to mind. It's the Holland Tunnel, which takes you from New Jersey to New York City, Manhattan Island, and I think it goes into Manhattan. I could be wrong about that. Maybe it goes into Brooklyn. I don't know, but as you can tell, I haven't done that often. But the other one is the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. There's a distinction. There's a Chesapeake Bay Bridge, and then there's a Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. And the Bay Bridge Tunnel, it's over the water at some points, and then it goes under the water at some points. But it's massive. It's like, I can't remember how long, but I want to say like 20-something miles, maybe even longer. But I wonder, I don't know how long this tunnel is, but it's got to be pretty damn long, isn't it? To get from Britain to France. But I found this video. This is from the channel Our Wild Horizons. So I'll put a link in the description below the video for you if you want to check out their channel. But really, this is just a fact-finding reaction to actually see someone go through the tunnel, because I've been told about this several times, but I've never actually checked it out for myself. So here we go. I hope you enjoy the reaction. Like, subscribe, do whatever you guys want. And maybe this will come in useful one day if I want to do a driving tour across Europe. And of course, I'll start in the lovely UK. But anyway, let's check it out. Here we go. Ooh.
Today is the day that we're finally off to France. We're going to take the Eurotunnel and show you what it's like.
The
so
Eurotunnel.
First things first, just follow these signs here. Pretty straightforward. There are lots of signs like this. This is where you print out your ticket. It must have registered our number plate as we came up because it was there on the screen waiting for us. And now they're just printing our hanger, so we're going to hang it up. The ticket machine was very, very low down. Clearly I struggled to reach, but the instructions on the screen were very straightforward. Bon voyage, Mr. Davies, is what it says on the screen. All we had to do was push a button, print our ticket, and either hang it up or leave it on the dashboard.
You're going to Z.
So off we went, driving off into the sunrise to France. So we followed what we thought was the correct signpost, but I think we were wrong, and we actually ended up in a car park, like a waiting area or somewhere you can do your shopping. But we didn't want to do any shopping, and we weren't that early, so we just wanted to get to the right place. It was quite easy to navigate and come out of there. We just followed some different signposts and followed the signpost that said France. Right, we've just gone through the X-ray machine. Well, we haven't, but our van has, so I think it's because it was a van. And basically I just had to drive up onto this thing and stop the van, but he said leave the handbrake down and put it into neutral, so that's what I did. And then on one of the wheels there was a moving thing, and it just moved the van along by itself and then just stopped next to us, and we just walked for like a minute, and he just asked us whether it was a van or a camper van. We were like, it's a camper van, but DVLA say it's a van, so easy questions really, and that was it. And now we're parked up waiting. After getting a few messages on Instagram from some various people, yeah, not everyone has to have an X-ray. Clearly we just like dodgy characters. Most people just go straight through. And then we
Yes.
followed the other vehicles,
Interesting.
and there were some people along the way guiding us in the right place. These trains look all dodgy, don't they?
Go back a little bit. Hold on. This right here, this looks like it kind of looks like a Hot Wheels setup. I don't know if y'all got Hot Wheels in the UK, but it's like kids' toys with cars. That's what this reminds me of a little bit. I've never quite seen a design like this when it comes to roads next to each other and the different sections. Interesting.
And then we followed the other vehicles, and there were some people along the way guiding us in the right place. These trains look all dodgy, don't they?
No.
We thought they were going to be like
Is that a
sealed,
train?
so the water can't come in.
The tunnel is going to be sealed.
Obviously, I was just joking about that. So the next thing we did was drive onto the carriage. It wasn't too long. It took just probably a minute.
Oh, they drive onto the train? And the train takes them under? That's fucking cool. I never imagined that. I always thought it was going to be just a road that you take, and then once you get to the other end and pop out the tunnel, then there's a French guy, who wants to see your passport or something. That's interesting. I never would have imagined that or guessed that. That's pretty wild. Damn, and it goes down. Look at this.
Eventually we came to a stop and the doors closed. There were a few safety announcements in both French and English. So here's a quick recap of the experience so far. So right now we are on the train thing, not in the tunnel because the train thing will go under the tunnel, but we're in here. And it was really, the whole thing was so easy. First of all we went and just pressed a button on the screen. It had already noticed our number plates, that was already done, and it already knew Jake who booked it, said his name on the screen and the time that he booked it, so we just clicked yes, ticket came out. Went to a thing and they checked our passports, and that took like 30 seconds. Then had the x-ray thing, and then we drove off. He didn't even look at our passports in the next bit. We kind of just like held them up and he was like, yeah, cool, go through. And then we waited for a while, and then eventually we drove around and they just followed the signs to this bit. So very, very easy. It's meant to take exactly 35 minutes, and it did. So 35 minutes later, the doors reopen. And this is where we thought we'd have to show our passports again, maybe have some more security checks or something like that, but when we came out of the train carriage we were just released into France. That was it.
Wow.
We didn't know where we were going, so we got to the end of the road and just chose to turn right because everyone else was. And then you can head off to whatever destination is going to be your first.
Which side of the road do they drive on in France? Do they drive on the right or the left? I would imagine the right. Right? I think so. I think it isn't the UK the only ones that do the left side in Europe. Apologies for those of you Brits who don't like being associated with Europe. I've been told that before. We're not Europeans. But, left side of the road, it's UK and everywhere else that was once governed by the UK. Maybe there's others, I don't know.
So we hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope you found it informative and learned a little bit about crossing the Eurotunnel. It was very easy.
Yeah, it wasn't the most exciting video, but we felt we needed to show that. But now, look.
Yeah, I don't
we
care.
are
I thought it was
in the
cool.
wilderness near the south of France, near Strasbourg actually, and we've made a few stops along the way in Champagne region, but here is where the adventure truly begins.
So if you want to follow our
Hope you guys have
adventure,
fun.
feel free to subscribe and hit this like button so that we know you've enjoyed watching our Eurotunnel experience. And yeah, let's go to the mountains.
Yeah, that was interesting. Which side of the road, and now it's got me, sometimes these videos, and it's not their fault. Well, it kind of is. But I got the burning urge to look up which side of the road do you drive on in France? I'm guessing the right. You drive on the right side in French roads. Okay. Yeah. That's the one thing that scares me about UK is if I want to rent a car and I'm going to drive, it's going to totally throw me off because the steering wheel is on the other side of the car and you're driving on the other side of the road. It scares me. I've been told I get used to it, but it's just, I've never done it before. I'm nervous. But that was cool. I never expected it to be a train, the Eurotunnel. I didn't even know what it was called, to be honest. I didn't know it was the Eurotunnel. I would have thought it would have been called like the Channel Tunnel or something because it's the English Channel. But yeah, I never would imagine it had been a train that you load your car onto and it just takes you there. That's very interesting. I was expecting it to just be like a long kind of highway underneath the water. Goes to show you what I know. But that's very cool. So you get it, just punch a ticket, drive on. And you wave your passport. Somebody says, yeah, fuck off, go through. That's cool. That's cool. Doesn't seem like much of a hassle. Although it could be, because there was a lot of weird, it looked like Tetris a little bit with all those roads going into the place. I don't know. But definitely interesting, and I'm glad I watched that. So thank you, Our Wild Horizons, and thank you for being patient watching this video if you got this far. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. And if you got any more things you feel the need to tell me about with this Eurotunnel or anything else that has to do with it, please let me know in the comments below. Anyway, I'm out of here. Y'all have a great day. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time, Booms. Peace out.